This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the biggest mistakes men are still making in 2021. All of us make mistakes, but a wise man learns from them. And even a wiser man learns from mistakes of others. It's been said many times that men are results-driven and women are process-driven. What if there was one error that, if corrected, could radically transform your life? Millions of men, on the other hand, make the same error again and over again without ever recognizing it. Most men are bottom-line creature. They want to get it over with as quickly as possible and move on, whereas most women consider the process and strategize accordingly. We all make mistakes, but only a few have guts to accept the same. We humans strive for perfection, but forgot that humans only make errors which make them more perfect. The great thing about mistakes is that everyone makes them. Every so often, a mistake is bigger than a quick fix, and that's okay too. But it may also take us longer to learn from them and to change our ways. The most essential thing in these instances is accepting what's happened and moving forward rather than beating yourself up over it. Here are some of the biggest mistakes men are still making in 2021. 1. Marrying the wrong person. It's part of our culture to celebrate weddings and give our congratulations to the happy couple. We all know or hear of people who feel trapped in their own marriage. They believe they fell in love with somebody who turned out to be very different as his spouse. They didn't realize all the obligations. They didn't expect the quarrels and disagreements. So they either call it quits or risk a lifetime of regret. How do you know if you've found the right partner for your life? You have to be honest with yourself and decide whether she's as committed as you are. It's not about problem-solving skills. It's humility and open communication. It's not a question of love, but of patience, forgiveness, and sacrifice. But before we dive into the biggest mistakes that men are still making, like this video, smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell right now, or else you'll be followed by all these mistakes in your whole life. 2. Thinking of ourselves first and others as an afterthought. It's not so much that men are selfish more than we simply don't think. Guys tend to go with the first impulse that comes into their heads. Typically, that's a self-serving impulse, but that's not why you do it. You do it because it's the first thing that came into your head. 3. The tendency to believe that once we explain ourselves, women will automatically change their point of view. Men honestly believe that their rationale is that compelling. The fact is, they might as well get a shovel, dig a deep hole in the ground, and jump right on in because that's typically the effect of a man trying too hard to justify his insensitivity. 4. Not really paying attention. This is listening with your eyes and the rest of your senses. It would help to notice your wife's new haircut, or to learn to read the subtext in the conversation, or to turn off the game when the relationship needs attention. 5. You don't inspire trust. If you can't get her to trust you, then you have messed up pretty bad. The rest of these are issues that are easily overcome, but trust is something that'll likely be lost forever. It's a fragile feeling and it's easy to shatter trust. It doesn't have to be cheating or outward lying either. If you're sending messages to another woman on Facebook and they could even remotely be construed as suggestive, then you better hope she never finds out. If she does, it's game over. The best way to inspire trust and the best way to maintain it is to simply not do anything that could destroy it. 6. Wanting to fix problems rather than understand them. Another huge mistake and frequently involves writing roughshod over basic communication. So men can hurry on with a fix and leave well enough alone. 7. You're scared or intimidated by her. Women can be scary. They can be very scary. That doesn't mean that they'll just sit there and take you being scared of them. When you're in a relationship, you're in a partnership. If the woman feels like you're only around because you're too scared to do what you really want, then she'll get rid of you and find someone who isn't afraid to show her how he feels. 8. The irrational belief that hiding feelings and building a wall around emotions will make for a stronger, more attractive man. It actually turns out the opposite is true. Men who are comfortable with emotions and in touch with their feelings and who are willing to open up enjoy better relationships and more satisfying marriages. 9. Losing it to the addictions. Thinking that it's cool doesn't give you permission to do it. Smoking and drugs have a lot of negative effects on your skin, hair, and your overall health as well. The same goes for drinking alcohol as well. You need to start focusing on what actually matters. Do you think smoking makes you look cool? No, it doesn't. You've been lied to just to get to buy their product. That's it. And lastly, we have number 10, trying too hard. Trying too hard to impress somebody, trying too hard to change a person, keeping this one good friend of yours always around you. And what's hurt the most is to try too hard to make this business successful. Trying too hard and giving your best needs to be separated. You need to use your brain, take suggestions from people, and most importantly, let something go when you realize that it isn't going to work in the long term. Well, stuffing up is a normal part of life. If we didn't make mistakes, we'd never learn anything. But if you're worried about bouncing back or find yourself only paying attention to the things that go wrong, there are ways you can turn it around. So, how do you learn from your mistakes? Think back to the last mistake that you made at work, even if it was a minor one, like spilling coffee on a document seconds before you were due to present it. You likely have felt a rush of panic and then had the inconvenience of putting things right. No one is immune to making mistakes. We're human after all. But if we simply apologize and carry on as before, we're in danger of repeating the same errors. When we don't learn from our mistakes, we inflict unnecessary stress on ourselves and on others, and we risk losing people's confidence and trust in us. We all make mistakes in every aspect of our lives. Now, some mistakes are insignificant and have no real impact in our lives beyond their immediate consequences, which we can easily observe and deal with accordingly. However, there are some mistakes that we make which have far subtler consequences, and we might not even be aware that we've made a mistake until it's too late to do anything about it. Mistakes do not make you fall down, but it raises you up and faces the world with dignity and elegance. You can hold your head high and not walk in disgrace because you have accepted your errors. You took ownership of everything that nobody could talk behind. Mistakes are bound to happen. Even if we try not to, we will make a mistake at one or other point of time. So why to hide them? Instead, take ownership of whatever wrong you have done and pledge not to repeat it again. It takes a real human to accept whatever he or she has done and not run away from the doings. While there are no mistakes, only lessons, might sound like the kind of Insta quote you scroll past every day, when you stop and think about it, the message is strong. Everyone makes mistakes, and everyone has to deal with them. It's how you recover that comes to define you. Using the above strategies, you can start to see mistakes as opportunities, a chance to pick up a little extra knowledge and improve along the way. And that's it for today's video, guys. Well, what can you say about these mistakes? Did we miss something? Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section below. If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.